All right. So, welcome everybody to the Gimmick Guide Seminar. I'm your guest speaker for today, Zach Romero. Now, this is going to be a little sit-down seminar Q&A session where I'm going to be going over all kinds of information in terms of how to create a character, what that entails, merchandise, and questions from you at home. Now, before we get things underway here, I have to, of course, get some thank yous first and foremost. So number one, I got to thank the guys at iReyes Radio, Reyes, Captain Aaron Nova, for helping me put this together and helping us stream live on Facebook and eventually, re-edit it and post it elsewhere.
Yes.
I, of course, have to thank Fully Gimmicked, the merchandise brand who gave me the opportunity to do this here. Go to fullygimmick.com. We got plenty of merch for all kinds of amazing wrestlers, and please support the brand. And, of course, I have to thank anybody watching, anybody who has sent in questions in advance. Couldn't do this without you. So I'm hoping that we'll all learn something here and hopefully better the world of professional wrestling. Now, unfortunately, to start things off here, I feel like I have to justify my position here, why I'm here in the first place. So again, I'm Zach Romero. I've been involved in wrestling for going on about 7 years now. And other than going to wrestling school and taking bumps in the ring, I have had a hand or done just about every other job there is to do. I've run camera, I've done commentary, I've done announcing, I've done booking, promoting, promo work, merchandising. I've been timekeeper before. I think I might have done reffing once or twice. Everything there is to do in wrestling, I've at least experienced once. And so with that, I've picked up a lot of things from a lot of people who have made it and a lot of people who are much smarter than I am. And so I'm hoping to compile all that and share that with all of you. Also, because we are streaming live, if you have any questions at home, anything that you want to throw in the chat or thing that you want more clarification on, or any kind of question about gimmicks or merch or anything that's been burning, that's why Captain Aaron Nova's here, to keep track of this and keep me honest and relay any questions that you have over to me. So let's get things started here. The Gimmick Guide Seminar. What is a gimmick? What do we mean when we're referring to a gimmick? Well, first thing, a gimmick is not the excuse to be a cartoon character or the pressure to be some over-the-top 1980s caricature of a person. When we say gimmick, we are referring to name, character, entrance, tights, promo, moveset, merchandise, all of these separate elements of being a professional wrestler, all living in harmony. That is what a gimmick is. A gimmick is not, oh, I'm some goofy thing, or I can't have nuance or subtlety in what I'm doing. It means that you are helping yourself to tell a clearer story by having all of these elements together in one complete package that can be marketable and that can help promotions and help your matches and help hopefully you connect with people on a deeper level. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the ins and outs of a gimmick, the ins and outs of all of these elements that I've just talked about. And then, of course, like I said, I'll be answering your questions. So going through here, what is a gimmick? Like I said, it's name, tights, entrance, et cetera, et cetera. But the bigger question is, what kind of a wrestler needs a gimmick? Now, there was an earlier time when I was a little more soft on this, and I would say, well, maybe if you felt like it was necessary. Those days are over. Every fucking wrestler needs a gimmick. Every single one. I don't care what your style is. I don't care how long you've been wrestling. I don't care where you come from or what era of wrestling you came into. Every wrestler needs a gimmick. Every single one. And if you don't, if you're sitting and watching and thinking, well, I don't think I really need one, you need one more than anybody else. And so that's what this whole purpose is I want to help to put the pieces together so that you can be a better wrestler, so you can connect to people more efficiently and tell better stories. So, examples of what I'm talking about in terms of gimmicks. Effie, Danhausen, Woad, The Undertaker, Orange Cassidy. Those are gimmicks in a more character-driven sense. However, Dominic Guarini, John Davis, Mercedes Martinez, those are also gimmicks. Now, are they like these big, larger-than-life cartoon characters? No. They're all hard asses that you completely believe are hard asses. They are gimmicks in their own way. So I want that immediate, there's 1,000 different things in wrestling that are referred to as gimmicks. Merchandise can be called gimmicks. Finishes can be called gimmicks. Foreign objects can be called gimmicks. There's 1,000 things. It's like, what is it, like aloha, or there's
such as wrestling, where like the term gimmicks could have multiple meanings.
1,000 different meanings.
Yeah, different meanings, and can be used in different contexts.
Right. In this case, what I'm saying is this should be an option for you to better explain who you are and non-verbally be able to get your point across, so that you're not having to do twice the work to tell half a story. So what's a good gimmick do? A good gimmick makes storytelling much easier. It makes merchandising easier. It helps promotions figure out how to book you and book you more often, and gives you a much better chance of getting over with the crowd. If you are giving them the tools to meet you in the middle, then there's so much less resistance to them being a fan or giving the kind of reaction that you're looking for. What does an unclear gimmick give you? Well, it confuses the audience, first and foremost, makes merchandise more difficult to sell, and makes you unexciting to watch and follow. So if you are, well, my music doesn't really match, I just like the song, or my tights don't actually match what my character is, or I don't really have a character, I just kind of come out and wrestle, you're making things more difficult for the crowd to react to. You're making the story that much more difficult to tell.